So earlier this week, I compared the FPS Dominator and the Eliminator, and in that review, I talked a lot of shit, which I don't want to say that's not what we're doing today. That's what we're doing today. I'm not just talking shit today. I'm going to make a lot of people mad with this video, but I'm giving you guys my full, honest review of the strikepack FPS Dominator here in 2020. I'll probably title this 2021 though, because it's like November, and I'm a YouTuber. I have to be a little scummy. If you yourself have a strike pack of any kind, PS4, Xbox One, doesn't matter, be sure to leave your experience down in the comment section below. I have people coming to these videos all the time looking to see whether or not they should buy these devices, and I'm sure they'd appreciate the input. I might even include some of the comments in my Eliminator review next week, which will be next Friday, I believe. But we're not talking about the Eliminator today, we're talking about the Dominator. And we'll be talking about it in the order of paddles, in-game performance, mods, and then conclusion. This is going to be a very simple video, so sit back, relax, let's get right into it. So because I'm a snowflake or something like that, Collective Minds decided to send me out the strikepack FPS Dominator and the Eliminator a few weeks ago. If you'd like to own your own though, you can buy the strikepack FPS Dominator off the website for the price of $35. I'll leave the website linked down in the description below, by the way. For $35, you're going to get the strike pack and a 10-foot long braided USB cable. Now I will admit, the USB cable is a humongous upgrade from the last time I had a strike pack. Last time I had a strike pack, the cable was cheap dog shit, so I do have to give them a bit of props for that one. Yes, because it comes with a wire, this is a wired device. I know a lot of people on this channel don't really like wired devices, but trust me, wired's the way to go, and it makes this thing a hell of a lot more affordable. So moving on to the pack itself, the Dominator sports 2 large paddles, both are mappable to any of the faceplate buttons. The way you remap the paddles is there's remap buttons on the bottom, super easy. Right button, right paddle, left button, left paddle. You hold the button, you press the button you want to map it to, and then you let go. That easy. You can also unscrew and replace the paddles if you do break them. They sell replacement paddles on their website. They're not magnetic, you have to unscrew them, but still, it's fine, I guess. Alright, now I've said a few things about the Dominator. We've gone over some of its features. Now before I go in on it and I start talking shit about it for the rest of this video, I would like to say, Collective Minds did fix everything they said that they were going to fix. And what they promised me was, at least in my eyes, quite true. I don't really know about the durability of this thing, which is something I'm going to have to wait for. I am extremely happy with what they've done with the mod pack. They've changed the cord. The housing seems to be a bit different. It feels a lot more well-rounded. It feels like it's an actual device and not something that's in beta testing anymore. And I really cannot wait to see where Collective Minds go from here. However, now that I'm seeing through the eyes of someone who has played with an actual Pro controller, had good Pro controllers, it's a bit difficult to like the Dominator, and I'm going to explain why. Remember how I said they had replacement paddles on the website? Replacement paddles are there in case you break your paddles, which has happened before. I personally can't break my paddles. It's physically impossible for me to, because of how uncomfortable my paddles are. I have a lot of trouble with these paddles because of the way they're shaped and the way they're placed on the controller. The paddles are super flat and extend all the way back. Not only that, but they're at kind of shallow angles. By shallow angles, I mean they're kind of close to the controller. It doesn't make for a great experience while trying a game. In fact, I find myself often having trouble using other buttons while trying to use the paddles. You know, like RB and LB, which is, you know, a little fucking annoying. I always feel like every time I'm using the paddles and I try to use LB or RB, like I'm stretching my hand across the surface of the United States. I don't like that. And I can hear people saying, oh, why don't you just put your finger higher on the paddle instead of all the way in the back? Well, the thing is that these are slippery ass plastic and my fingers are constantly slipping off them if I put them anywhere besides exactly where they're supposed to go. I genuinely do not think people with smaller hands could use this thing. If you have smaller hands and you're worried about the Razer Wolverine Ultimate, you will 150% not be able to use this. That's not even like the worst offender to me. The worst offender to me is the remap system. The remap system is literally right above the goddamn paddles. Right above it. So, when I start to play, and I start to play, you know, my competitive games, my driving games, my literally anything, you guys see how close my knuckles get to these buttons, right? Like when I'm moving my hands around, doing all this other shit, you know, playing my game, my fingers are moving around, my knuckles are always constantly right over them. So I'm always accidentally remapping my buttons in the middle of my games. And that's not fun. But while we're talking about games, I might as well show you guys my in-game performance and some of the games I've been playing. I was going to do Warzone, but I tried to do Warzone, and I'm ass. I don't know what it is about this mod pack. I've seen a lot of people use it for Warzone. In fact, that's one of the main uses of the mod packs that I see. I'd suggest the Eliminator if you're going to use it for Warzone, by the way. I can't aim. I don't know why. I feel slow. I feel sluggish. but I did get to play Fortnite. I did get to play BeamNG kind of competently, and I'll show you guys some gameplay with those games. And no, I'm not using any of the mods. I can promise you that. We'll talk about mods in a minute. Alright, so Fortnite. I feel kind of confident as a player. Not really, though. In comparison to Warzone, I feel a lot more coherent, like I can actually do things. But the issue is, it's kind of hard to play. I'm not nearly as fast as I usually am, and the controller's downsides really begin to kick my ass in that game. The paddles make it unbelievably difficult to build. I have my right paddle mapped to A, which is jump. This is mapped to left D-pad, which is edit. So I'm constantly using these two, and it's not fun. For intense first-person shooter or third-person shooter games, I don't really think I could recommend this, which is a bit sad for the strikepack FPS Dominator. But what about driving games? Surely it has some leeway in like driving games, right? When it comes to BeamNG, which is my driving game of choice, it's a bit of a different story, but not significantly. For those who play driving games, I use shift up, shift down. This is not fun manual though. You wanna know why? Because I'm still remapping my shit in the middle of my game. So I'll still be sitting there driving along trying to shift up, and all of a sudden I can't shift up because for whatever reason my right paddle is now mapped to fucking B. The only thing I liked about the driving experience in BeamNG was the stock Xbox controller I was using. That's it. That's the only thing I liked. Alright, but we're going to move on from games, and we're going to talk real quickly about mods before we conclude this video, because I need to get the fuck out of here. So a lot of people do look at these things for the mods. I'm not an advocate for mods. I don't really like them either. I don't find them fair. I don't find them fun to use. I don't find them fun for other people, so I don't really want to talk about them too much, although I will put the instructions on how to remap them and all the instructions on how to use all the other mods that are on there. There's a total of 8 pre-installed. You can install others. There's also like this mod pass thing that I'll leave a link to in the description if you're interested about the whole mods thing. I don't care. All the mods are COD based, so if you're a Call of Duty player, I would get an Eliminator and use the mods there, not this Dominator. The mods on the Eliminator are the exact same 8, and the exact same configuration. Again, I'll leave links if you're interested in learning more about the mods, but to be honest, wouldn't recommend using them. So, how am I going to conclude the FPS Dominator saga? I am very proud of Collective Minds, but very disappointed at the same time. I'm very, very proud that they actually did go back and fix this thing, and at least from this point in time, my standpoint, it seems to be fixed at least somewhat. It isn't broken yet, so I'm hoping and I'm thinking that they did actually fix the majority of the issues with the FPS Dominator. I'm happy for that. However, this pack fucking sucks. It's $5 less than the Eliminator. The Eliminator review will be out next week. It'll probably only be a few minutes long because, in reality, a lot of people are probably going to see this video before they see that one. So, if you're watching this in the future and the Eliminator review's out, go watch that. It's probably going to be like half as long as this video, if that. I hope people enjoyed my brutal honesty. Probably not. I'm going to get a lot of dislikes on this video. I get the only good videos that are on the channel, and by good, I mean high view, negative shit. Negative shit gets more views than anything. And it's not like I'm trying to do this. It just needs to be done. Not the hero we needed. Wait, no. Not the hero we deserved, but the hero we needed. I am not Batman. I think even Batman doesn't forget to shout out his members, though. So let's shout out our members. We have even more this time. It just doesn't stop. I'm so happy. Thank you, guys. I'd love to give a huge shout out to The Ballin' Boy, JG, Crazy B, Waterless, Heberbrine 3, D, Jacques, Ra, God himself, Snowy Ice Cream, Tuckf, Fuck Tough, XO Casper, and Morheeb Hussein. Never getting a name wrong ever. In fact, I want a member with the most difficult name ever. Please do that. Someone make that happen. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, though. I had a lot of fun making it. This one it's a video I've been really excited to get back to because I made an Eliminator review, or not an Eliminator, a Dominator review forever ago. It fucking sucked. And I'm glad to revisit it and give it the attention that it now deserves. All the other things out, there's buttons. Just press all the buttons. Spam them like it's a rocket ship and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. But I love you guys. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.